India's biggest ever IPO launches today with fintech company Paytm looking to raise almost $2.5 billion. The company has more than 300 million registered customers and a 40% share in mobile transactions, making it one of India's largest internet companies. The digital payment platform is backed by Chinese conglomerate Alibaba, Japan's Softbank, and Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway. The three shareholders combined own around 1/3 of Paytm. All right, let's get more on this. We're from Charu Kartikeya, DW correspondent in Delhi. Charu, good to have you on the program. Paytm is looking to raise $2.5 billion. What does make the company so valuable?
Hi, Chris. It's good to speak to you. And as you rightly introduced the customer base, and that is precisely the big reason why this IPO is so big. Paytm's IPO is so big is because of its large customer base. When Paytm launched a couple of years ago, more than a couple of years ago, its subscriber base was small. A lot of people were not used to digital payments. But these days, when you move around in market areas, in cities as well as in villages, in small towns, Paytm is everywhere. Even street side hawkers and vendors, everybody has a Paytm QR code. So its subscriber base has really gone up. The number of transactions is also very high. So these are the reasons that make it such an attractive IPO.
Now, retail business in India traditionally has been dominated by cash transactions. Now, you mentioned Paytm is everywhere. How was the company able to change this traditional way of doing business?
So I think, Chris, the reason is Paytm happened to be in the right place at the right time. It has been in the Indian market for quite some time now, but two events in the recent past gave it the sort of push that has brought the company to the position where it is right now. One of them that was demonetization that was initiated by India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Now, the currency notes of 500 and 1,000 was the largest number of notes in terms of circulation. Those notes were demonetized. And at that point of time, the federal government started giving a new kind of push to digital transactions. Paytm already happened to be around at that time. And that's when digital payments really took off. Even then, the digital transactions were a little slow to begin with, but then the pandemic has really given it the kind of push that digital transactions possibly needed. 2 years back, the rate of growth of Paytm was a little bit slow, but then during these pandemic years in 2020 and 2021, every shop owner, every street hawker vendor almost has a Paytm QR code, and probably that's the reason how the nature of shopping has changed in India.
Charu, let's look at the bigger picture here. I mean, this year, India has seen a record number of unicorns created, startups with a valuation of $1 billion or more. What is behind that?
I think a couple of reasons could be held responsible for that, Chris. One is that it shows that people have, there's a demand for new stocks among those who are interested in buying stocks. And these new stocks appear to be mostly in the internet-based economy. So more than 30 startups have become unicorns. There are several more in the pipeline. And startups that are essentially running on VC funding, and before their IPOs, they did not have any profits to show on the book. It's only the fact that they were trying to bring down their losses. These kind of IPOs, these kind of companies are launching IPOs and making it big. This shows that there's a lot of appetite for new stocks.
Charu Kartikeya filling us in on the IPO of Paytm today. Charu, thank you.
Thank you, Chris.